Away from that, President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa on his inauguration, urging him to prioritize the interests of the people of Ondo State. Aiyedatiwa, who succeeded the late Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, was sworn in on Monday in Akure, the state capital. In a statement by his spokesman, Bayo Onanuga, Tinubu encouraged Aiyedatiwa to build on his predecessor's legacy and ensure that his leadership enhances the well-being of the people while contributing to national progress. The president also commended Aiyedatiwa's dedication to governance and urged him to seize this opportunity to drive meaningful change in Ondo State. And now joining us to discuss this, we're joined by our political analyst Henry Olonimoyo. Mr. Henry Olonimoyo, many thanks for joining us. We appreciate you for doing this with us. Let's just get started because we're pressed for time. In light of President Tinubu's advice, what specific governance strategies should the new governor of Ondo adopt to ensure that that he stays true to the people's interests while managing the state's development needs?
Yes, thank you. I think firstly, you must dialogue with the people and feel the pulse of the people. If you're talking of the low-hanging fruits, I think there are a lot of uncompleted projects from the last administration that I think that the governor should look into completing. And after completing them, based on the outcome of the dialogues across board in the state, he can begin to implement and then put his own imprint on governance in Ondo State. And I believe that with just 4 years to spend, he doesn't have an excuse for distraction. I believe that he should remain focused to bring the best for the people of Ondo State.
And President Tinubu's directive comes amidst a broader political landscape. How does the governor maintain political autonomy in decision-making while aligning with national policies promoted by the president?
Yes, thank you. We are still a federation, and despite the autonomy of a state, there are projects that even the federal government can partner with the state government for. There are strategic assistance that the federal government can give to a state. You do also remember that the governor, just some days before swearing in, visited the location of the deep sea port for Ondo State, and by road that's about 40 minutes from Ondo State to Lagos. And I know that if he wants to develop that place for Ondo State, there's need for the cooperation and synergy with the federal government to get a port situated there and to get necessary approval for it to happen. So there's always a need for synergy with the government at the center.
And how can the new governor effectively translate the message of prioritizing people's interests into actionable policies that would directly impact the socio-economic development of Ondo State?
Yes. For me, I feel that the governor has to do everything to make a name. Some naysayers have said that nothing much will come from him. Some others have said, but I think this is his opportunity to put the marker on the ground and really make a name and raise the bar of governance in Ondo State. And I did not see anything stopping him from doing that. If you look at Ondo State, being an oil-producing state, has a lot to prove as far as Southwest is concerned. So I believe very, very strongly that if the governor follows that advice, putting the interest of people at heart, in 4 years is enough time for him to make a very big statement as far as governance is concerned.
And how important is public perception and the success of a governor's tenure? How can the new Ondo governor ensure transparency or transparent communication to demonstrate prioritizing the people's welfare?
Yes, transparency is one of the issues, not just Ondo State problem, bordering governance at most states in Nigeria. Because largely it appears that once a governor comes on board, he runs the affairs of the state. People barely hear what happens. For Ondo State now, it's been a long time since we had a chat, maybe governor having a chat with the people, where people can do phone-in interviews, or there can be public square meetings. I hope and I believe that the Governor Aiyedatiwa can bring it back again to Ondo State, such that as he's going about governance at quarterly basis, or maybe once, maybe twice in a year, he can feel the pulse of people and people's reaction to some of the steps and action he's taking. I think that way he can bring the necessary transparency that will allow the people to cooperate with him in his bid to deliver good governance to Ondo State.
I must say thank you so much for joining us and just giving us a bit of insight on this discussion. Well, congratulations to the governor, and we look forward to what will be a successful 4 years, not just for him and his governors, but also for the people of Ondo State. Once again, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.